The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Catching up with the Seminoles head coach pregame. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. football fans, it is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Florida State head coach pregame. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation. And now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running inside, it's Blaylock. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back, it's Pruitt. Under pressure, just a complete misfire.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
All the way back to the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Croma. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
2nd down, going to throw it. Throws for the tight end. And wings it incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Hits inside. It's Chroma. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later, and in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werkel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
They'll need a bunch on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 85. Blue 85.
Back to pass. It's Pruitt. Out wide left. It's Blaylock. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it.
Man, the offense did not get enough. They got to understand the sticks. Maybe he should have thrown that on the RPO, right? It's tough. You got to read that really, really quickly. Now brings up a fourth down, decision time for this offense.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Needs it. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
The run inside. It's Chroma. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Setting up the screen. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down.
And it's something you learn as a pass rusher all the time, man. If I beat that tackle immediately, right away, there's usually a reason. They're wanting me to run upfield. He plays the screen beautifully. The defensive end stays home, sees it, makes a tackle on the running back, and prevents the big play.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. All the way. Touchdown, Gators. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for space. It's Croma. Makes his man miss. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Hard running there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Hands it off. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Caught behind the line. It's Croma. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackle.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Moves the pocket. It's Pruitt. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got to be able to negotiate the rush and somehow, some way, find a way to get that receiver or running back the ball in his hands, and the QB couldn't get it done.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Trailing 7-0 as they try to get this offense humming. Right side, it's Marsh. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Back's got it on the screen. Made a defender miss. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Out wide right, it's Croma. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. On the RPO, got him. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to throw, it's Washington. Right side, it's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, and now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Plowing ahead on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Washington. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Powers inside. And he's in. Touchdown Seminoles.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throwing, Williams. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs he's got it. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Williams looking for a man. Picked off to stop the threat. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit.
Looking deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 15 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Golden Bears, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. That victory is a positive in what has been a very disappointing 3-9 season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Back to pass. It's Washington. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a third down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Makes a catch right in the middle of the danger zone. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, third and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these third downs.
The Noles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. In traffic, it's Wilson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, ready. 129, 129.
Looking downfield, it's Pruitt. Working that left side now. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's had.
Driving forward, it's Blaylock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Washington. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Looking for the marker. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride him again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. To the air, it's Pruitt. Throws to the back. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physical...
And hang on, they are leaving the offense out there. And look, I understand it doesn't add a possession to the lead with the field goal, but I don't know, it doesn't hurt to tack on some points at this juncture of the game. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Stopped right there.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses so far have been up for the challenge.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance, trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Seminoles in the hurry up. To the air. It's Washington. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Boyd. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Breaks into the open. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Boyd. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Pruitt. Finds his target. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. FSU calling its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for 6. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up for...
Well, guys, they are going to leave the offense out here. I know it's fourth and long, but a field goal doesn't really help you that much here, so you can kind of see it. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Here's the return from inside the 25. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Caught, it's Lopez. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that...
Trying to beat the D deep. this season. Bringing it back. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown, but it couldn't stop the boys from old Florida from stealing the headlines in this one. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.